Alright. What was I doing? I think I had a watch. How do you use the watch? Didn't I have a watch? I don't know. I'm not sure if I have to go back and give Noel the tea, or if there's more I can do. Very shiny. I was wondering why it was glowing. I already picked that up. AT reconstruction coin. Oh, do I collect them all? Case to hold the 10 commemorative coins minted by AT in the first year of CC after its reconstruction on the surface. Extremely rare. Cool. Collect the coins. Are they going to be all throughout the game? Doot.
Lily's such a morning person. I wonder where she gets that from.
Elaine's back at the bureau!
Really?
She isn't completely out of the woods yet, but still! There's another potential suspect in the frame.
That's kind of a relief.
Let's head to the bureau later!
That other suspect you mentioned. Who do you mean?
Look!
Look where?
I managed to restore the lab access records!
Entrance.
That guy's really pulled out all the stops!
Recovered access panel registry. Rumford Residency Lab.
Was that guy Keith the only person to visit the professor's lab between midnight last night and 8 the next morning?
Yeah! That's why things are looking up for Elaine!
Lily, where is this guy right now?
He's under surveillance at his hotel!
Keith Tozaki.
Let's get out there, mister!
Let's.
Where should I start my investigation today?
Maya Gannett. So we can go to the bureau and check out Elaine, or go to the hotel and check out this Keith guy. Oh, my red thread is getting filled out quite nicely. New stuff for Albert? This is the same old stuff. Why can't I click? There we go. Oh, it did add something. Brought variants to the city and used them in experiments. The bastard. Alright. Magnet. Has the ability to see the future in her dreams. The white-haired girl. Residents have been reporting sightings of the white-haired girl who appears in your dreams. Looks a lot like Maya. Quantum Interference Research Lab. Cooperating with Institute's research while living in the shelter. Variant shelter. Maya's room. Ah, it's way too high. Individual room within the shelter. Noel is devoted to taking care of her. Experiments using variants. Maya was part of the Institute Aeon Particle Control experiment that took place 3 years ago. As a result of the accident, during the experiment, she has been stuck in a coma ever since. Relation with the professor. She and Professor Rumford used to be as close as family. Relations with family and friends. Related to Noel, has been living with you in the Institute for 9 years. Lily is a personal care robot the professor created for Maya. Lily. Yes, we know Lily. Hal, we know Hal. And Noel, we know Noel. That's about it. Noel Gannett. Feud with the professor. Noel's plushie. Was that really a feud? Appears to have been holding a grudge against the professor ever since his sister lapsed into a coma. Oh, that part. Oh, the trial, right? Noel's plushie. It seems Professor Rumford used to be kind to the variant children. Noel and Maya both adored the professor. capable variant under the city's protection. Lives with his sister Maya in the QI Research Institute. Powers unknown. Relationships with friends and family. Has lived with you for 9 years. Relation with Hal. Cooperating with Institute research while living in the shelter. Variant shelter. Yes. Keith. A traveler from outside the city visited the professor on the day of the murder. Involvement in the crime. Keith's name was listed on the lab access panel at the crime scene. What is this? Collective mental state contamination. Task: investigate and deal with the collective mental contamination caused by the incident. Clock Tower Plaza, Report 2. Report 1. A place for Astrum Close residents. Martha Simmons. She's the witness. Treatment candidate, risk level E. Sense of resignation regarding the city's safety. Report 2. Same thing. Emergency treatment candidate. Critical mental contamination. Anything else? So much stuff. Unexplained shriek. Falsified Chronos. We already know about that. Oh wait, I can drag this thing. Recovered access panel registry. The registry data on the lab access panel was restored by the Bureau Tech Department. According to the registry, Keith Tozaki was the last person to enter the lab. Where would I put that? 2 visitors? Blam.
I see.
Ah! The monitor in the lab showed that the professor was expecting 2 visitors that day. But the restored access panel registry only showed Keith Tokazaki's name. And Elaine didn't step foot inside the lab. I'm guessing whoever destroyed the panel did it to cover their tracks. Which means the person who destroyed the access panel was 2 visitors. Teacup in the parlor. I don't know what that's all about. Undisclosed visit. Teacup in the parlor. From the day before the incident to the day of the incident, the professor had a total of 2 visitors. When the access panel registry data was restored, it showed Tokozaki as the last visitor. Teacup in the parlor. According to the lab access panel registry, Elaine didn't step foot inside the lab. Alright. I don't think we had any other things. Oh, that's what I got to watch. Archives. I got a investigation log thing when I read one of the archives once. So I actually have to do click on them when I get them. Just to make sure. I'm not gonna sit here and read the whole thing though. Just make sure we got them all up to date. Alright, should be good. Alright, Nola's room. What's up, Noel? What you doing over here? I thought you were hiding in your room.
Noel?
I'm just waiting for my results.
I see. About the routine physical at the Institute. End conversation.
You had your physical today, right? No problems?
I'm fine.
Liar! He's been skipping his meds lately, and that's giving him headaches.
Oh. We got a rat in here.
No, you've got to take your medicine, mister.
About Noel's quantum interference ability. About the professor's experiment 3 years ago. So what's your power?
You're always picking up interference from AD, aren't you? After all, AD is built on your ability.
No. It's based on my mom's ability. She could see the same things as I do.
Oh. Anyway, you should take your meds. You'll soon feel better.
I'm looking for something in AD. I don't have much time left.
Noel Gannett. About the professor's experiment 3 years ago. How does that make you feel?
Noel, can you tell me a little about that experiment that took place 3 years ago?
I wanted to stop it, but he wouldn't listen to anything I said. What happened to him? He used to be so kind. It was all an act. He just wanted to use us. Maya believed in him right up until the end.
Albert Rumford.
I'm sorry about yesterday,
No problem. I made the wrong drink.
but don't go crazy with Lily while I'm gone. Well, good luck with the case.
Thanks. It means a lot. Not you. Albert Rumford. Experiments using variants. The bastard. It should highlight the new ones. The experiment's failure worsened particle contamination across the continent, making it difficult for ordinary humans to travel outside. Noel Gannett has the ability to connect the dreams of others. He inherited the ability from his mother. Appears to have been holding a grudge against the professor ever since his sister lapsed into a coma. I think we already read that. Alright, let's go.
You should try talking to that shady traveler guy at the hotel.
Indeed. It just said I had an option and then it took it away. Check into the hotel.
Let's call him via the terminal.
I was gonna check the place out, but okay. Right to business. Oh, I do get to check it out.
He'd have to be in the hotel
It's her.
somewhere.
Lily, get my gun. What are these symbols? They don't seem to do anything. Can I put my badge in it? No? I don't get it. Is this the terminal? Probably. Is this one of those news spheres? Quintempus Hotel. Hotel based on the site of the evacuation shelter. It was jointly built 12 years ago. Wonderful. Quintempus. Elevator. I can check out the sofa. Ah, this is the life. Always. That's what being an adult is like. Come get some rest, mister.
Yeah.
Feeling better? No. Still feel like crap. What's this lady up to? You're in violation of the law.
For all you know, you might be shot again.
True. Alright. See what this thing's all about.
Staying in room 201. We can call him from the terminal.
Why are you all echoey?
It looks like he's not in his room.
What? Wait a moment. I'll check the security feed.
You can do that?
He hasn't left the hotel. He should be somewhere inside.
I wonder where he's gone. Maybe he's in the lounge.
We can take the elevator.
Check-in counter event hall. Elevator, entrance hall, restroom. You are here. And I can't go there, so I have to use the elevator. Lounge. B1F. Lounge, laundry room, residence. You are here. So the lounge is there. Can I go check out the laundry room? Probably fascinating stuff in there. Okay, fine. It was just an empty hallway. No interesting stuff whatsoever. Posh. I'm not allowed to move yet.
Hell! There's
Yes.
the shady old man!
Keep your voice down. You'll give away our position.
You're looking for me?
I don't know, am I? I'm not allowed to go over there yet. Can you step this way?
You're... excuse me, sir. I'm...
Mister, you look super shocked.
Maybe he's freaked out because I'm from the Bureau? My ID is public. Feel free to check it if you want. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Hal Sion, a supervisor.
It's pronounced Scion, actually.
You're Keith Tozaki, a traveler from the East, right?
Oh, nice to meet you. Interesting. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Just take a seat over there and wait, okay?
Yeah, you look super busy. I'm gonna have to ask you some questions.
Huh? Okay.
I tell ya, they couldn't make a decent cup of tea in this place if their lives depended on it.
Smells like black tea to me.
Oh? You've got quite the nose on you, short stuff.
Or eyes.
Hey, I'm not short. So rude, mister.
Anyway, you can really tell what kind of tea this is?
It's black. That makes it black tea.
You bet. Pretty cool, right? Hal's a big tea drinker too, so my sensors are getting pretty good these days.
So, you're a tea drinker.
Yeah, sometimes. I mostly drink blue.
Why? Is there something wrong with that?
I don't meet many other connoisseurs these days. Organic tea leaves are hard to find after all. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think?
Not really.
I figure it's time for a tea break. You two can come and join me.
He seems so unfazed now. He doesn't even seem overly bothered that I'm a supervisor. What was the deal with him freaking out at the start?
Ouch! This is still too hot to drink.
You suck at drinking tea, buddy.
Mister, I don't get you. You're a big tea fan, but you can't handle hot drinks?
Suspicious.
It's not as if you'd know anything about its short stuff.
I told you I'm not short.
Why did you come to the city?
Straight in with the questioning, huh? And after I made you such a delicious cup of tea.
Got you something while it cools, buddy.
We don't usually get a lot of visitors. Traveling is dangerous, and it's not easy to get an entry permit.
I don't really know what the current situation is, to be honest. I've been on the road since long before the disaster. Got contacts all over the place. Never had any problems getting in anywhere. Everyone's just hunkered down in the dome, right? Thankfully, there are people like me, donning our protective gear and braving the great outdoors.
Oh.
You asked me what I'm doing here, right? I came here to see Albert. I wanted to talk to him about the experiments that were going on here in the city. Say, champ, you were part of that experiment that took place 3 years ago, right?
How do you know about that?
Uberians stick out, that's a fact. I didn't get a chance to speak to the prof, but seeing as I got to meet you, I'd love to hear about that accident from 3 years back.
I don't like to talk about it.
That has nothing to do with the incident involving the professor.
Nothing to do with it. You sure about that, champ?
Look, I'm here as part of my investigation into the professor's murder.
Exactly. So it has everything to do with the investigation.
Sorry, I'm not very bright. I don't pick up on these things quickly.
What do you mean?
Hey, I'm asking you, champ. Right, how about this? You tell me what you know about the experiment, and I'll answer all your questions. Sound like a fair exchange?
Okay. If you answer my questions, then I'll tell you what I remember.
Great, we've got ourselves a deal.
I'll start my questioning. Lily, make sure you record this.
Leave it to me, mister.
About your relationship with Professor Rumford. Why did you visit Professor Rumford's house?
Were you the professor's friend?
Yeah, the prof and I went way back. Hadn't seen each other for a while, though. I used to investigate archaeological sites and analyze old relics for him.
Why did you visit Professor Rumford's house?
You were in the professor's lab at 8, correct?
I got here late at night, the day before yesterday. I'd arranged to meet the prof at 8. So I arrived at his place about 5 minutes early. But seriously, people are pretty careless here. The front door wasn't even locked.
There isn't even any petty crime in the city. Nobody bothers locking their doors. Why did you visit the professor?
Just to see how he was getting on these days. We hadn't met for a while, and I just happened to be in the neighborhood, you know?
About the tea. What did you do when you visited Professor Rumford's house? Any saucy details?
Tell me what happened at the professor's house yesterday.
I mean, there isn't much to tell. I got there a few minutes before we'd arranged to meet, but there was no sign of the old guy. So, I waited out in the hall until our appointment. Does the door to the lab automatically open at 8 or something? Anyways, I was sitting just outside the lab and the door unlocked right on time. I figured Albert was inside, so I called out and opened the door.
What state was the room in at the time? Had it been ransacked?
No one was inside, and the place was untouched.
Suspicious. About the tea. About the lab access registry.
Organic tea leaves are pretty hard to come by in this part of the world, aren't they?
For sure. Completely different aromas to the factory-grown stuff, right? But yeah, someone gave it to me.
About the lab access registry.
Take a look at this. We think the professor died between midnight and 8. The only person who came to the lab during that time was you.
Really? and that's why I'm a suspect. But there's a chance he was killed somewhere else, and then brought to the lab, right?
Highly unlikely.
No, that's impossible.
I mean, I wouldn't say impossible.
The
Improbable,
bloodstains
though.
at the scene are almost concrete proof. The murder took place in the lab itself.
Judging by the way this conversation is going, you think I'm the one who killed him, right?
Don't take it personally. Everyone is a suspect. That's what I've been told.
But you haven't even found the body, right? You're getting ahead of yourself.
How do you know we don't have a body? Did I say I didn't have a body? I don't think I did. Maybe it was in the news?
I hate to admit
My
it,
tea's gotten
but
cold.
he's
God damn.
right.
Listen, champ, if there's one thing that getting older has taught me, it's the importance of keeping a cool head.
Speaking of cool, my tea has gone cool.
This doesn't change the fact that he's the most suspicious person we've met.
Highly suspicious.
But if he was the culprit,
Not counting the lady who shot me, I think she is more suspicious, technically speaking.
surely he'd have been better off just leaving the city right after killing the professor. Or maybe he couldn't leave for some reason.
Would you look at that? My tea's gone cold.
Indeed.
Wait a sec.
What?
I'll try and check out some of the things he always carries around with him. I might be able to take a
Snooping.
look through some of his memories.
Why'd I get short? Gloves? Pen? Some sort of docket? I can't scan it. The pen is mightier than the sword. Smart pen. Electrical input device. Status synchronized with NN20 smart tablet. Oh, cool. I forgot I need my scanny glove. Let's go.
Albert, it's Keith Tozaki. Albert? You.
So I lied. Maya? It looked like Nega Maya though.
He's lying. But why would he make something up like that? And who was that person in the lab?
He seemed to know who she was, so
There wasn't an entry for them in the access panel registry.
he's probably covering for her.
The door to the lab should have been closed until 8 when Keith came in. How did they make it inside?
Stop blinding me. Gloves. The murder of the city's founder. Modified protection gloves. Signs of wear and tear. Let's go.
Hey, where are your protective gloves?
I don't know. Seem to have misplaced them.
Ah, right here. Hey, don't worry about coming any further. Yeah.
Pat pat. Pat pat.
You take it easy, okay? There are other variants your age in the city, right, champ? Have you met them already? If you get in trouble, don't suffer in silence, okay?
Thank you. If you hadn't found me, I'd have been stuck in that house all alone. I'd probably still be waiting for my mom to come back.
It was Albert who asked me to look for you, you know? Find out if Halcyon is alive. If you were alive, he told me to bring you straight to him. I guess him trying to protect you here is some kind of personal atonement or something.
Oh.
But if it's too tough being in the city your mom died in, then you can tag along with me, champ.
I want to stay here. But when I grow up, I'm definitely gonna be a traveler just like you.
This guy is easily convinced to beat things.
That was me as a kid. So this guy knows me from back when I was a kid. Why didn't he say anything?
Tozaki.
What does all this mean?
Fresh tea.
I'm struggling to process everything. I guess there's nothing for it. I've just got to ask him. Listen, I'm a level 4 variant. I used my ability to read your memories. Keep it cool. I need to focus on the case for starters.
About your actions during the visit. About your relationship with me. Let's ease into it.
You visited the city before, didn't you? I have a feeling this isn't the first time we've met.
Beats me. I mean, we probably crossed paths at one point.
Why is he covering it up? Or does he genuinely not remember?
About your actions during the visit.
This was your memory from when you dropped the pen at the crime scene. Why did you lie?
This? Did I have a way of showing him?
What are you talking about?
You said there wasn't anyone in the lab when you visited. But according to your memory, the professor was already dead by the time you arrived. I noticed something else.
About the suspicious person.
You saw someone suspicious flee the scene, didn't you? Why didn't you mention that earlier?
I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. You're right. I did see someone flee the scene. I took after them, but I lost sight of them once they were outside.
Why didn't you report it to the Bureau right away?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I lost my head, you know? I completely forgot I could call it in with this. Before I knew it, the whole thing was already all over the news. They were saying Albert's corpse had vanished.
Oh, so it did get on the news.
I knew that if I said anything, people would think I'm the one who did it.
I'll testify that you're not the culprit.
You've heard of the extraordinary ability exclusionary rule, right, champ? Proof obtained by means unverifiable through scientific principles has no evidentiary value. You can look through my memories until the sun comes down. But if you got no concrete proof, you're out of luck. I mean, I'm not the one who did it, and I can prove that on my own.
About the body. Have you habeas corpus?
You saw the professor's body in the lab, didn't you? Do you have any idea where it could have gone?
Look, I said it before, right? I took off after that shady character, and left the scene. After that, I couldn't get back to the lab. I heard about the corpse vanishing on the news.
About the destroyed access panel.
The access panel to the lab was broken. Was the panel broken when you arrived?
Nah, it looked fine to me.
I checked the first witness's visual records. and the panel was still intact when they arrived. When was the panel destroyed?
Right. Now, it's my turn. I want you to tell me what you know about that experiment.
I don't remember anything from back then.
Hey, we had a deal.
Yeah, the deal was I would tell you everything I know.
I don't have any memories from before the experiment. One of the other subjects. She's been in a coma ever since. They were trying to emulate our abilities using Chronos. Apparently, if they'd been successful, then even ordinary humans would be able to see ion particles. But they messed up the doses on her meds, and the whole thing was a failure. That's all I know.
I'm amazed you know so little. Hell, even I know more than you do. It concerns you. Didn't you want to find out? If you felt like it, you could have checked the past.
My abilities were suppressed up until I joined the Bureau. Why are you so interested in that experiment?
To begin with, I started investigating at the request of one of the other cities. Some people are willing to pay for this kind of information. Let's leave it at that, okay? It's all top secret stuff.
I'll take my leave. And don't worry. I'll testify that you're not the culprit. When the case is closed, tell me, would you? Tell me about what happened when you visited before.
It's a shame, but I can't trust someone who doesn't remember their past. You're like an invisible man now. Whatever. I won't hold out too much hope. I'm here. Most of the time. If you ever feel like drinking a good cup of tea, come pay me a visit, okay, champ?
Or not drinking, as the case may be. Alright. Anything cool around here? Got anything to say, Lily?
I don't think he's going to give anything else away. Head outside and check elsewhere, mister.
Yeah, it's fine. He seems clean. Weird curvy menus. I can't read it. Kind of a boring lounge. Oh, coin!
What's this?
Does it all say the same things? With the world above overrun by alien beings, humanity sought comfort in the things that reminded them of life above the ground. How do I collect? A commemorative coin. I recognize this from somewhere. Oh. I gotta finish the dialogue. Alrighty. 2 down, 8 to go. Earl Grey, hot. Dispenser that automatically scans the user's medical data and serves an appropriate beverage. That seems like an invasion of privacy. Alright, we're done here. I just have to check my logs. What's this say? Anyone else can come and eat breakfast here. Lounge Abyss. Lounge in the hotel run by the Administration Bureau. Non-guests are free to use the lounge too. Apparently anyone can come here and eat breakfast. It's shut right now, but I heard that the food is super tasty. People love this place. Excellent. Albert Rumford. Connections with the outside cities. Keith is a visitor from an eastern city. He claims to be an old friend of the professor's. Seems that Keith and the professor have been friends for many years. Keith? A traveler. This is the first visit to Astrum Close in 9 years. Last visited 9 years ago. Apparently he knows you. Memory, protective gloves, involvement in the crime. His name was listed. Apparently he arrived at the professor's house after the incident had taken place. Yeah, we already know these things. Purpose of Keith's visit. Keith was an old friend. Was there anything else? There was the Negamaya. What got added? Something got added. Relation with Maya. Seems to have cooperated with the professor's experiments along with his sister ever since they were young. Is that it? Oh, experiment 3 years ago. Aeon control experiment carried out 3 years ago. You and Maya were both subjects. Something changed in the professor before the experiment. Question mark girl. Mysterious individual spotted near the professor's body. Spotted near the professor's body. Disappeared with a knife. Thought to be the murder weapon. Their current whereabouts are unknown. Eyewitness reports at the crime scene. Spotted a mysterious person. The lab was inaccessible on the day of the incident. So while Maya's in a coma, these mystery Mayas are running about doing all kinds of nonsense. Sealed laboratory. How did the mysterious person Keith spotted gain entry? I don't have more items, do I? No. Oh god, why doesn't it show you where the thing is from here? A smart tablet stylus. Alright. Done. Archive is good. Status green. Oh, cool. That tea had a healing effect. Alright. Lobby?